Hey guys, you all good? Anybody good? Man, I love that song, and I don't know if you know, but that song is the song in the greatest movie of all time, Back to the Future. Let me just tell you, I think Back to the Future is better than E.T., Star Wars, Elf, Forrest Gump, Lord of the Rings. Just so you all know, I hate Lord of the Rings. Don't judge me. But that was amazing. Can you give it up for Bo Dukes and the band? Forget Huey Lewis and the News. That was amazing. Well, hey, I'm curious. Did anybody have a good Thanksgiving? Was it good? All right, now here's a real important thing. Who's thankful for stretchy pants since Thursday? Like the elastic waistband, you know? My goodness, we had a 20-pound turkey. I think we have a picture. We'll put it on the screen. 20-pound turkey. We had 4 adults. You do the math, all right? That's called gluttony right there. But, I was thinking this morning, you know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful that you guys on Sunday morning took an hour out of your time. You walked down 23 stairs, working that turkey off. You walked down 23 stairs to walk in a basement on your weekend. And so, honestly, bottom of my heart, thank you for being a part of our church. I want to say a big thank you to our 43 volunteers who are making today happen. And so can you just show some love to our volunteers? We got Jess and Willow and Jeff and so many different volunteers. Bill, who's in the back, switching this stuff in the back. We put him in a back closet, and that's where Bill is, hanging in the back closet. But we could seriously not do it without our volunteers. And last but not least, our online family. I'm so thankful for you guys. And I want to give a shout out to George and Amy this morning. Normally, George and Amy, these guys are in the building. They actually volunteer in the back normally. But George has been sick the last 3.5 weeks. I talked to him on Friday. He's doing better. And he just said to me on the phone, he's like, it's just not the same watching church online. And so if you're like in Lewis and you're watching church online, like you should come be in the building. It's always better in the building than anywhere else. But George and Amy are hanging out watching us. So can you just show some love to George and Amy? Just hope you feel better, George. Guys, I don't know if it's a turkey, but I'm psyched up today. I mean, we're gonna Porcupine dance by the end of today's message. So I just need everybody to warm up. I need you to move in your seat a little bit. Do some dancing in your seat, with your shoulders. Porcupine dance with the pricklies, come on. YMCA, we burn off that turkey. I see you, Kiki, back there. We got get loose. You guys didn't get loose, but that's all right. We're going to have some fun today, and we're in this series called Porcupine Dance because we're talking about how to be happy in relationships even though we're all a little prickly. Who's a little prickly sometimes? Yeah, we're prickly sometimes. And so that's what we're talking about. And today, I just want to give you, my goal is super simple. I want to give you 2 relation tips for couples. So, by the way, if you're a couple, today's for you. If you're married, today's for you. If you're dating, today's for you. If you want to be dating someday, today is for you. But if you are happily single and never want to mingle ever again, good news. You don't have to do any of this stuff today. For the next 25 minutes, you can just think to yourself, you got to do this and I don't. Okay, so if you're single, you're off the hook on all this. But you are on the hook because I like everybody to kind of play along with things. So I'm curious, and everybody can answer this question. Have you ever been so in love at the beginning of a relationship that you did some things that you wouldn't normally do? In other words, you were so stupid in love that you did some stupid stuff. Come on, raise your hand if you've ever been so stupid in love you've done some stupid stuff. Yeah, some of you are like, yeah, I got my ex's initials tattooed on me to prove it. Which, by the way, men in the room, please don't pull me aside in the lobby and show me your lower hairy back tattoo of your ex's initials. I don't want to see it, all right? I don't want to see it. But listen, I am proof that I know from experience that your IQ drops at least 70% when you start dating in a relationship. I remember the first time I saw my wife Stacy, I couldn't even walk straight. I'm not even seeing straight. And so here's what happened at the beginning of our journey. One day, out of blue, Stacy called me. Woo! And she said, hey, do you want to have a movie night at your house tonight? Guys, she's clearly asking me out because I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Okay. She's like, you want to have a movie night at your house. And so, like, she's asking me out. I'm thinking, And so this is what I said, because I couldn't even think straight. I was like, what other friends are coming? Because I'm thinking, there's no way Stacy's asking me. I mean, look at Stacy and look at me. All right, Stacy's Cinderella, and I look like that guy from the old Six Flags commercials. Look, to show the video, I think we have this. All right, this is... And they see? All right, Willow, pull that off the screen. I can't. These people don't need to see this. But I'm thinking there's no way Stacy is asking me out. Like, there's no way this is getting out of the friendship zone, all right? And so I'm like, any other friend? Who else is coming over? And Stacy's probably thinking, like, this idiot. I'm like asking him out. He's like, what other friends are coming over? But my IQ is in the gutter. That's what happens when we start in a relationship. And so then we ended up starting to date. And I remember our very first kiss. And it was G-rated, y'all. I'm talking like G. It was not bad at all. Okay, so like we were dating for a little bit, and we didn't kiss for a while because like I'm still trying to figure out, is this real life? And so anyway, so Stacy had to go to her college class, and so like she was leaving, and I just went real quick. I'm like, it's like a 0.01 second peck, people. And then I just looked at her and I'm like, sorry. Like, what is wrong with me, people? But you do stupid stuff when you like first fall in love. And thankfully we made it through those two situations. What I didn't tell you though, is that on our first, when Stacy came over to watch a movie, you know what movie when she came in, we watched? Like she comes to the door and she's like, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, you want to watch Finding Nemo? Anyway, so somehow we survived those two events. And we started dating and kissing, but it's kind of like Finding Nemo kissing, just rated G kissing. And then one day Stacy was like, hey, I like homemade gifts. And then she told me another day, she's like, I need a jewelry box. Now, I couldn't afford jewelry, but I had this stupid in love thought. I thought, I should build her a jewelry box. Now, maybe you're like, well, why is that stupid in love? Here's why. I literally can't build anything. You guys remember Lincoln logs? You remember those? Yeah, all my log cabins were uninhabitable. I can't build anything. But I do have a friend who can build stuff. Bo Stinking Dukes, our worship leader. And so 19 years ago, no lie, I called Bo and I was like, hey, man, you think you can build a jewelry box and I can stand on the edge of it and I can give my wife and say I made it? I mean, you got to participate somehow. But anyway, guess who was so in love, stupid in love, that they made Stacy a jewelry box. This jewelry box. Guess who made this? Bo Dukes. But I sanded the edge. No, I made some cuts in here. But I gave this to Stacy, so things were going good. And like, I remember at the beginning of the relationship, you just do stuff you don't normally do. And like one other thing, like 19 years ago, we used to go to these like get-togethers, like these party things, and like we would coordinate our outfits sometimes. And so one of these things, we went to a tacky tourist party. You want to see our tacky tourist party outfit? Look at this. Some of you are like, that's not tacky, that's my normal summer outfit. This is 19 years ago, people. But this is what you do when you're stupid in love. You coordinate outfits. So just one more time. If you've ever been so stupid in love that you've done some stupid stuff, raise your hand, raise both your hands, show me the heart, do something. Yes. And so that's the power of love, right? That's the power of new love. Guys, maybe, you drove 10 hours to her college to see your love muffin for 10 minutes before she had to go to class, and then you had to turn around and drive home. Or you got broke, because you were buying flowers and concert tickets and that full-size Valentine's teddy bear that you saw at the Walmart. You had to get her. Or, remember when you talked on the phone for like 73 hours at a time? And even that wasn't enough. At the end of the conversation, you're like, I don't want to hang up. I can't hang, you go first. No, you go first. Let's just stay on the line and just breathe. I like the way your breath smells or sounds. Like, what? Like, then that's what you do at first. But then, some time goes by. Some years go by. Maybe you get a cat. Some of you got 7 cats. I know some of y'all. Maybe you got married. And then it's like, why are you breathing on me? Don't look at me. Don't breathe on me. Don't anything. Just, Wait. Where'd the love go? What happened? And what happened is somewhere along the way, we stopped having fun. We stopped pursuing them. We stopped doing the things that we used to do. I know this because 19 years ago, I was psyched to wear matching coordinated tacky tourist outfits, baby. But just fast forward to the other week, Stacy on our date, we went to the Old Navy. Woo! And we walked in, and they had the Christmas pajama collection in front of us. Some of you just felt the Holy Spirit. And Stacy said, oh, honey, we should get matching Christmas pajamas. And I thought, should we? I mean, there's a lot of other ways I can think to spend $75. Send some matching Christmas pajamas, all right? Now, just so you know, like I 100% will be wearing like a one reindeer onesie Christmas thing on Christmas. Stacy is big into the Christmas pajamas. Anybody big into the Christmas pajamas? Yeah, all the ladies in the room. One man. But I was like, I don't know if I want to wear that. And here's why. Because somewhere along the way in relationships, sometimes we stop having fun. We stop pursuing them. We stop doing the things that we used to do. And I wonder if that's why like we get a little prickly in relationships. I wonder if that's why like some relationships don't make it. But what if there's something we can do about it? What if, and we'll put this on the screen. What if you can feel the things you used to feel if you do the things you used to do? Whew. What if you can feel the things you used to feel if you do the things you used to do? In other words, what if you did the things you did at first again? Like you had fun. Like, man, you go into the Old Navy, you buy that reindeer pattern Christmas onesie and you rock that thing on Christmas. Or, maybe you make her a jewelry box. Or better yet, you have Bo Stinking Dukes make her the jewelry box. He will sell them to you for $150 a piece. I get 50. We already worked this out. He gets 100, and you get 1 brownie point. Just 1. Maybe you kiss him. Kiss him again. And listen, I'm talking, if you're married, I'm not talking like a G-rated Finding Nemo kiss. I'm talking, you get in there, man. You get your eyebrows dirty. I mean, you get in there. You make the kids throw up. You know what I'm saying? Loosen up, people. We're in church. So listen. You can feel the things you used to feel if you do the things that you used to do. Now, the Hebrew word in the Bible for a couple that is united is the word debak. Everybody say debak. Okay, debak means, and it's on the screen, it means to pursue hard with affection. So debak is how, the Bible describes couples that are united. It means to pursue hard with affection. The NJV of this says, to never stop pursuing your boo. That's the new Joel version, okay? Everybody say this with me. Never stop pursuing your boo. Debak, man. That's the pursue hard with affection. And I think the very best story in the entire Bible of a couple pursuing each other hard with affection is the story of Jacob and Rachel in Genesis 29. Now, does anybody know the Jacob and Rachel story? Anybody kind of know the story? Okay, a lot of you don't know, so I'm going to retell the story. It's a great story. It's about 2 sisters, Rachel and Leah. Everybody say Rachel and Leah. Not that one. Okay, Rachel and Leah. And Rachel and Leah, they're sisters. And I don't know if you know this, but the Bible is a comedy sometimes. Did you know this? Because the Bible says that Rachel was lovely in figure and very beautiful. In other words, she was smoking hot. NJV. No New Joel version, okay? But it says Leah had weak eyes. And most theologians think that means she was hit with the ugly stick. Look, it's in the Bible, okay? It's a comedy. And so you got Rachel and Leah. You got hottie and naughty. And so Jacob wants to marry hottie, Rachel, because he doesn't have weak eyes, he can see, and he's like, I want to marry her. And so he has to, her father Laban says, hey, you got to work for Rachel for 7 years, and if you work for Rachel for 7 years, if you work for me for 7 years, I will give you Rachel as your wife. And so Jacob works hard. He pursues with affection for 7 years for Rachel. At the end of the 7-year mark, Laban, the dad, pulls the old switcheroo. Doesn't give Jacob old, lovely figure. Gives Jacob weak eyes. And so Jacob's like, whoa, what is this? I worked for her for so long. But here's the cultural thing. Leah was the oldest, so Leah had to be married culturally. She had to be married first. And so after he marries Leah, Laban, the dad, says, okay, Jacob, now you can marry Rachel, like now. She can be your wife now, but I need you to work for me for another 7 years, but she'll be your wife now. Now, don't miss this. Jacob kept working for Rachel even after he had her. Look, what if we did that in our relationships? What if we kept working for our spouse like that? What if we kept working for our significant other like that? Because think about it. Is there any other area in your life where you can be lazy and that area get better? Yes or no? No. Okay, listen, I know I turned 40 on Thursday. I do. Which, by the way, I enjoy Baltimore Ravens season tickets, Toyota Tacomas, freshly sided lawns, just simple stuff, whatever. But guys, at almost 40, I can't even drive by the McDonald's without getting love handles. You know what I'm saying? I ate turkey on Thursday, and immediately I got my own turkey gobbler. Come on, who's got a turkey gobbler? Let me see your turkey gobbler. Yeah, that's what happens as you get older. At the point in my life that I am now, I had to run on Thursday morning. I had to run 4 miles just so I could eat pretzel salad and not buy a new pair of pants. Who else works out so that you can eat more? Anybody else like me? Yeah, forget it for, the health reasons. I just need to eat my pretzel salad and not have to buy a new pair of pants. And so, listen, guys, if I'm lazy with my health, if I'm lazy with exercise, things get worse bad, fast, quick. The stretch of your pants need to get stretchier. Come on, who knows what I'm talking about? You got to work for that mess. And so, listen. There's no other area of our life where we can be lazy and that area get better. And so, McFly, that's how relationships work. You got to work in your relationships. Jacob worked for Rachel for 7 years, even after he had her. And so, that is debak. That is pursuing hard with affection. So I just got 2 relation tips for the couples, real quick. Relation tips. I make these words up, and I'm very proud of them. I work all week to make up my own words. So relation tip number 1 is this. Anytime you think something good, say it. Now, if you remove the word good from this, you get totally different outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Some are like, anytime I think something, I say it. All right. Your wife's like, I'm going to put you in a body bag. All right. But anytime you think something good, say it. Spray it. Text it. Snapchat it. TikTok it. Old school, write it on the postcard. Send that thing in the mail. Anytime you think something good, say it. And this is like a biblical principle. Let me show you what Hebrews 3 verse 13 says. It says, but encourage one another what? Daily. And the author's like, I need to just repeat this again. As long as it is called what? Today. He's like, you think something good, say it daily. Now you might be like, well, I think something good about them. But it's more like semi-annually. Like bicentennially. Well, maybe just make it up, okay? I don't know. Maybe you just fake it till you make it. Because... quick question. Who wouldn't mind a compliment a day? You wouldn't mind a compliment a day? Me neither, all right? And you can send all your compliments to me today if you want. I would love to have your compliments. We love compliments. And if we love compliments, I bet you they do too. And so you can give them that blessing. So anytime you think something good, say it. Like every day, just say something good. Now, I get a lot wrong in our relationship. Clearly, you heard our whole dating situation. I got a lot wrong. I think I do pretty good at this one. And so, if you're here a few weeks ago, you said that you heard when I said that Stacy was cleaning out her side of the closet. Stacy is continuing to clean out her side of the closet. She's been working on it since Rocky IV. I think there's scaffolding in there actually today. What I'm doing is I'm showing you how not to do relationship number one. Okay, relation tip. But the other day, Stacy found her hot mustard colored clothes collection. Now, I have some clothes, and I enjoy mustard. I do. I have no mustard-colored clothes. Not any, all right? Stacy has an entire collection because she walked out of the closet. This is true. She had on a hot mustard-colored jacket, hot mustard-colored shirt, hot mustard pants. There was not any color not mustard-related near her. She was all mustard out. And she looked at me, and she was like, "Hey, babe, what do you think of this?" Now, I'm going to state the obvious. I don't know much about fashion. I am wearing a Levi's jean jacket from 1993 right now, okay? Like, I don't know what's trending. I don't know what's hashtagging. I don't know what's Kardashianing. I don't know. I'm just happy to be here, you know? Now, one thing I do know is boomers love Hey Dude shoes. Anybody got some Hey Dudes? Who's got Hey Dudes? Oh, hey, dude, listen, boomers love those things. My mom was talking about them. I'm not judging. I think that's great. But I don't know anything about hot mustard clothes. And so Stacy's like, "Hey, what do you think of my outfit?" I am not kidding. I thought she looked great. I think my wife always looks great. I am not kidding about that at all. So I was like, "Honey, you look hotter than hot mustard. Pour the hot mustard on." And then she started laughing at me. And I'm like, "Why are you laughing?" And she was like, "I was joking when I put this on." I'm like, "Well, you look good to me." I mean, I don't know. Like, but I just, like, when I think something good about Stacy, like, I just try my best to say it. And the Bible says, like, encourage one another daily. Now, nobody's allowed to elbow with what I'm about to ask you. Nobody's allowed to, like, side eye. No, put in the blinders, guys. But how would your significant other answer it if you asked them, "Hey, do I encourage you daily?" Some of you are looking to the side. I told you not to do it. But do I encourage you daily? Now, their answer might be, "No, never, not a decadely, maybe." But wouldn't today be a great day to start? Like, anytime you think something good about them, say it, spray it, text it, pour that hot mustard on, people. Pour it on. Now, men, I'm going to talk to the men in the room. Now, ladies, just pretend like you don't listen to this next part. Okay? Now, we know you're always listening. Just pretend like you're not listening to this next part. Now, guys, when I say, like, say something good about them once a day, most of the time, this should be a non-sexual compliment. Now, I know all the men are confused right now. I know, because I, too, am a man. So every one of us right now is like, what is a non-sexual, what is that? So I'm going to try to break this down, guys. A non-sexual compliment, it's like a regular compliment. It's just like a normal compliment, and you might want to write this next part down. It's just non-sexual. That's it. I know. You're like, well, I don't. What is that? And listen, we get confused because, guys, we can make anything sexual. Anything. Like if she's like, "Hey, can you get the tires rotating?" We're like, "I'll rotate your tires." You know? "Could you help me with empty the dishwasher?" "I'll empty your dishwasher." No, it doesn't even mean anything. You're just like, what are you doing? So guys, this is a normal compliment. This is a love-motivated compliment, not like a sexually motivated compliment. Now it's a whole different situation going the other way. Like, ladies, bring it on. Like, we don't care. Like, 100% of them make them all those kind of compliments. But And kind of shifting from that, here's a free tip, and this is for everybody. Guys, girls, everybody, you can start this today. Instead of just saying, I love you, add one word to that. Say, I love you because, and fill in the blank. Woo! That one change, listen, it changes everything. I know this because 2 weeks ago, I stood up here and I said to Stacey, I was like, honey, I love you because you don't want to change me into something that I'm not. I don't know if you remember when I said that. After we got outside, we weren't even to the 13th stair. Stacey grabbed my arm and she's like, I really like what you said in there. I was like, that's a hard arm grab. Is this a normal arm grab or a sexual arm grab? What are we working with here? I don't know, but I love you because, and just fill in the blank. That one change changes everything. I love you because you're funny. I love you because, you take care of the kids in the morning. I love you because you play catch with the kids out in the yard. I love you because you make a great cup of coffee. I love you because, you are my best friend. I love you because you love Jesus. I love you because you don't make me watch Downton Abbey. That's for you, Stacey. But I love you because. Now, ladies, I'm going to tell you an insider guy's tip that we guys won't tell you. We need this too. We need these compliments. I know we look rough and tough and we grunt a lot and smell up the inside of the car a lot. I know all that. But we need compliments too. When I get done preaching, one of the first things I do is I try to get as close to Stacey as possible. I stick to her like hot mustard. People are like, whoop. And I'm just waiting for her to say anything good about my message. And listen, you guys could hate this message. You could think this is the worst message in the world. You could walk out of here right now. But if Stacey says, hey, I like that message, I'm like, woo! I like you. And sometimes I step off the stage and one of the first things Stacey has said to me before, she'll be like, honey, that was a home run. I'm like, I'll show you a home run. Yes. Listen, don't go light on the compliments. Spread that mess around like hot mustard. Just anytime you think something good, say it, spray it, text it. I love you because, and then fill in the blanks. Does that sound pretty easy? Is anybody going to try this? Anybody at all? Okay, I'm thinking something good about you. If you're going to try it, some of you are like, oh yeah, I don't want to commit. But commit, man. If you're going to try this, you're above average. Your relationship's going to get better. I'm telling you, this is going to work out for you. So that's relationship number one. Relationship number two is this. Is anytime you think something special, do it. It's like the first one. It's just like a little tweak. Anytime you think something special, do it. Now, here's what James 4:17 says. It says, if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is a sin for them. In other words, never rob somebody of the blessing of doing something good for them. Now, I'm curious, this is kind of a shift, but anybody in here a fan of Harry Potter? If you're into, you have an affinity for wizards and brooms, raise your hand. Come on, don't be ashamed. It's all right in church, okay? All right, hands down. How many of you, you're not into Harry Potter? You don't get it. You don't like it. You think brooms are for sweeping and not for flying. Okay, more people don't like it than do like it. That's interesting. Listen, I don't want to upset the Harry Potter fans. I am not into Harry Potter. And I blame my childhood, okay? Because my house was so Christian growing up, we couldn't watch Casper the Friendly Ghost. I never trick-or-treated as a kid, ever. We went to the church harvest party. Who's the harvest party kids? Oh, yeah. And listen, you could dress up in a costume to the harvest party as a biblical character. So literally, everybody at a harvest party is Lazarus. Everybody. I've never seen a non-Lazarus at the harvest party. They're all Lazarus. So anyway, if I think about some wizard flying around on a broom, I can picture my Sunday school teacher, Miss Connie, saying, that is filth, that's the devil, Joe. And so I'm just not into Harry Potter. But when me and Stacey started dating, I found this girl loves Harry Potter. And I'm like, you need to talk to Miss Connie. So one day, just to kind of justify this, Stacey was like, Joel, there's no difference between Harry Potter and Star Wars. I'm like, don't get ahead of yourself. You're out in front of your skis a little bit right now. And she's like, what's the difference between magic and the Force? I'm like, stop right now. And I'm like, wait, is the Force magic? Are lightsabers wands? Is Luke Skywalker Harry Potter? And so anyway, it's the biggest revelation of my life. But anyway, still not into Harry Potter. But back in the day when we first got married, we had the $4.99 Netflix DVD in the mail plan. Come on, who remembers when they sent you a disc in the mail? Woo! And I remember when we had that plan, Stacy said, she was like, I just wish I could watch all the Harry Potters whenever I wanted. I wouldn't have to wait for it to go in the mail and another one to come back in the mail. And I had this thought. I thought maybe I should get her the Harry Potter DVD box set. Just because. And so against, everything that my childhood taught me, I got the Harry Potter box set. And one day she came home from work and I put this out on the counter and I gave it to her, and she was like, what's that for? I was like, it's for love. And I experienced the Force after that, okay? No, but it was something small. And listen, everybody loves it when your person does something special for you that is unexpected. Isn't that true? And it could be, a Harry Potter box set. It could be, you fill up their pill box for them. Listen, this summer, Stacy got us a couple's pill box. I'm like, are we there? Is that? But Stacy's, and it was used. That's why this part's missing, but don't ask questions. Anyway, Stacy was like, but I'll fill in your vitamins for you. I was like, okay, I'll try it. Weirdest thing, whenever I see that Stacy's filled in all my vitamins, I'm like, woo! She's thinking about me. She likes me. And so listen, it can be a big thing, maybe, sometimes it's, you book a cruise vacation for them, or you've spent $2 million on Taylor Swift tickets off of Ticketmaster. I don't know. But a lot of times it's small. You make them a cup of coffee. Or guys, you watch the Hallmark channel with them. Lay down your life for the ones you love, Or maybe you just write them a note. You can write a note. I have this note in my wallet that Stacy wrote to me on our wedding day 15 years ago. And I have carried this with me ever since for 15 years. And I would read some of it, but it is not rated G. All right? But I love it, man. I keep this thing on me wherever I go. I've had this in my wallet for 15 years because stuff like that it means something to you. So anytime you think something special, do it. Anytime you think something good, say it. Why? Because somewhere along the way, we stop having fun. We stop pursuing them. We stop doing the things that we used to do. And the power of love is a curious thing. We fall in love, and then we're like, woo-woo, and then we just kind of back off of that. And I wonder if that's why sometimes, relationships don't work out and people throw in the towel. I wonder if that's why sometimes we think I think the grass is greener somewhere else. And I came to church today to tell somebody this. If the grass looks greener somewhere else, it's time to water your own yard. If the grass looks greener somewhere else, today is the day you start watering your own yard, because you will be surprised what a little bit of water can do to bring the power of love back. You'll be surprised what a little bit of effort can do to bring the power of love back. You'll be surprised what a little bit of debak, that pursuit, that hard affection can do to bring the power of love back. And so what do we do? What do we do? Start to have fun again. We pursue them again. We do the things that we used to do, because you can feel the way you used to feel if you do the things that you used to do. I know, because I've seen it. And so I want to show you my friends Butch and Amy's story, and then we're going to close the service with something really, really special. So check out this video.
I was 20 years old. He was 17. I did not know he was 17 at the time. And there was a country line dancing family hangout spot up in Pennsylvania called KP Corral. And I see him walk in, and I say to my girlfriends, as I did with unfortunately many cute boys, I said, there goes my future husband. I knew it would be right eventually. He went in the Marine Corps. I get on the phone with his little sister. Oh, what are you up to? Where's Butch? How's he doing? She gave me his number, told me to call. We talked for 3 hours that night on the phone.
Yes, we did.
Then we decided we were going to go to Chick-fil-A for lunch the next day. Butch comes walking in work boots, flood pants, dress pants that he wore before the Marine Corps, a button-down dress shirt that was too
Short
small,
sleeve, by the way,
a clip-on tie, and a yellow rose.
with a leather jacket.
And a leather jacket that was rolled up
That's
because
right.
it was too small.
And I thought I was looking good. She was the first one to really just accept me for who I was. You know, as awkward as I was, and all the pimples I had as a teenager. But she saw something more in me when she first met me.
We ended up having a good time,
We did.
and I never looked back since then. In the beginning, we only had ourselves for a year because Eric was born so early. So we were just figuring out how to put food on the table and pay our rent. A young family trying to figure out life one day at a time. Things were great. It wasn't until Eric got much older that things got bad with us. It hit us during the pandemic. People would always tell us we were couples goals because we always did things together, but we didn't really do things together. We would go out together with our friends, and I would hang out with my friends, and he would hang out with his friends while we were there. And when the pandemic hit, we didn't have those friends to hang out with. We didn't have those things to go to. We had each other, period. And that's when everything hit the fan. I have a tendency to talk down to him quickly and easily. If I'm not careful, I will do that. As soon as I would get mad, I would turn around immediately and I would just down talk him. His coping mechanism for that, he would just cut me off. Like, shut me down. No matter what I was saying, he would shut me down.
Very stubborn. So if I don't want to hear it, I'm just going to shut it out.
So there was zero communication. I just was at that point where I felt like I was yelling at a brick wall, talking to a brick wall, yelling at a brick wall. At that point, screaming at a brick wall. And it wasn't the first time, and I was over it. I packed up. I was leaving.
And Eric sat us down, and we were having another argument that night. He just sat us down and told us both to stop.
Mom, this is what you're doing. Dad, this is what you're doing. You both know you're doing it, and this is how you got to fix it.
Never seen him that way before, but he was aggressive at times, enough to get, because he knows I'm stubborn. But he kept just to a point where he actually knew I heard it. So I mean, for him to point that out, I realized I had to change a lot of things in order for me to try to make this work.
We ended up going to counseling and taught us how to communicate differently.
I never thought I was a problem for a while. I thought that she was a problem. I really had to just put her above everything else. I had to learn to sacrifice a lot of things that I thought were the right things.
Don't be afraid of counseling. A lot of people think that they're a less of a person if they need counseling. But I will tell you, counseling saved us. It genuinely saved us. We were able to put God first in our marriage to make our marriage work. Now we do things together. We genuinely enjoy to do things together. We're having a blast. We're going on cruises. We're going to amusement parks. We're walking and we just started holding hands. We hadn't done that
A long
in
time.
years, just held hands.
Every wink, every smile, every touch, everything is just all brand new to me. It's nice to have that back because we haven't had that in our lives for so long.
We were on vacation at one point. I looked at him and I said, that's my husband. He's mine. And I'm happy about that.
I didn't think we were ever going to be that way again. And I missed it terribly. God had finally brought us back to a point where we could be that way again.
I really genuinely feel like this is a whole new beginning. This is almost like we're getting married again. I'm so grateful that we've gone through this journey, and it
100%.
is now bringing us to a place where we are, that we're really excited to renew our vows today in front of our
it's gonna
entire
be
church
incredible.
family.
How cool is that story right there? And Butch and Amy are going to renew their vows right now. You did not know you were coming to a wedding service, but you are in a wedding service. And so give it up for these guys as they're coming forward. You guys look good. These two look good, don't they? My goodness. You guys look good, and man, I'm honored for this, and I don't know how much of that you just got to see, but you guys are really proof that the power of love in a relationship can come back. And you guys have walked through that, and it's really, I think you're going to inspire some people today to look at their self and look at their relationships. And you guys are, just kind of give you a story of quickly how Butch and Amy got up here. About 6 months ago, Butch and Amy grabbed me in the back of the room here, and they told me this story in a nutshell. And it was right after they came back from the cruise back in the spring. And they said, everyone thinks we're like so strong, but we haven't been. And we weren't couple goals. We were struggling behind the scenes. But you guys said you went on that cruise to kind of see if you can figure things out and reignite things. And it happened. And you said you wanted to renew your vows in church. And so, like, this is out of the last 9 years, this is the first custom vow renewal in this church service we've ever done. And so some of the people just heard this message, and I'm saying, like, if you think something special, do it. They're going to hit me up this week and be like, hey, can we get our vows renewed next week? No, we do one vow renewal every 9 years. You can get on the list, but it's like the Powerball. You probably ain't going to win, all right? But I'm really proud of you guys, and I wanted to say a few things, and I wrote this down, so I'm going to read this next part. Number one, Butch and Amy, I'm sorry for all the Eagles jokes I make. I meant every one of them, but I shouldn't have said them. No, seriously, I appreciate you both deeply. Your love and support towards me. I'm thankful for it. Your love and support towards our church is amazing, and you guys are the most willing to serve and giving couples I've ever met. Not one of, you're the most. And I appreciate you more than I can express. Second, I'm so thankful that you didn't give up on your marriage. You're living proof that marriage really is for better or worse. And you've been through worse. You've been through that hard side, and you've made it through to the other side. And there's still going to be those hard moments, but you guys push through. And I think that's kind of lost in our culture, and I think it's so admirable that you would push through those difficult moments. And last, when you renew your vows, you're going to use this phrase, from this day forward. And I would just encourage you to keep having fun from this day forward. Keep going on those cruises from this day forward. Keep grabbing, his hand and keep grabbing her hand from this day forward. Keep pursuing each other from this day forward. And here's why. Because for your marriage and my marriage and everybody who's married in this room, your marriage is the result of thousands of choices and moments. And it can be as good as you want it to be. So keep having fun. Keep pursuing each other. Keep doing the things that you used to do. And most importantly, Butch, keep Jesus in your life at the center. Keep Jesus in your life at the center, Amy. And you guys will get through anything. And so we're going to renew your vows. And so if you guys can kind of come close, hold each other's hands. And Butch, we'll start with you. First off, I'm gonna get a suit jacket on. A jean jacket seems inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? So it's official. If you put your jacket on, it feels better. You ready, Butch?
Yes, sir.
Just repeat after me. I, Butch,
Renew my vows to you.
renew my vows to you. I reaffirm before God and these witnesses that I will be to you a faithful, loving, and devoted husband. I will honor you and love you in sickness and in health, in prosperity and prosperity and poverty, in joy and in sorrow. I will keep myself to you alone from this day forward. Good job, Butch. All right, Amy, just repeat after me. I, Amy, renew my vows to you, Butch. I reaffirm before God and these witnesses that I will be to you a faithful, loving, and devoted wife. I will honor you and love you in sickness and in health, in prosperity and poverty, in joy and in sorrow. I will keep myself to you alone from this day forward. Butch, this is the moment you've been waiting for. You can re-kiss your bride. Proud of you guys. So guys, we are having a wedding reception in the lobby right now. I don't know if you knew that, but we have cupcakes right here. We have like 200 some cupcakes for everybody when you leave to celebrate Butch and Amy. This is mine. Do not try to steal it. Butch and Amy, you guys can go out right now because you're going to get the first cupcake. But can you guys give it up for Butch and Amy as they walk out? Appreciate you guys. So grab a cupcake. There's kind of a unique guest book out there where there's a little wood peg you just sign and put your name on, and it's going to go in a thing for them that they'll have forever. And so just celebrate those guys. And just remember, if you think something special, do it. If you think something good, say it. Can you guys do that for me this week? Can you do it from this day forward? All right, people. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday.